Hey, and welcome to Beauty Beyond Blemishes, a Jade Alycia Beauty original podcast, Season 1, Episode 4. This one is called The Relaunch. Let's listen in. I hope everyone enjoyed last week's episodes, definitely the part 1 to this part 2 of our story time, and I am incredibly excited. I can barely wait to tell you guys about this epic relaunch. This just goes to show that when you have a dream, follow it through, because you never know where it's going to take you. So, the relaunch of what we know today as Jade Alycia Beauty, our all-natural skincare brand for sensitive skin types, and how it came to be. So, as I told you guys last episode, I had taken a break from the glamorous touch. I stopped doing makeup artistry services. I stopped selling products. I sort of closed down my whole brand because I wanted to restart. And I didn't know what direction I was going to go into. I didn't know where it would be, when I would come about it. I just sort of left all the uncertainty on the table, and I just walked away from it. And I went to my fashion brand, Jade Alycia Inc., and I put full force energy into that. I put full force energy into my graphic design brand, jwbranding.co, and I really just focused on those two brands, and I left the glamorous touch by the wayside. And so the pandemic hits. I was working in New York at the time. The pandemic hits. I'm working from home now. And shortly after working from home, I end up leaving the company of where I had worked. And so now I am positioned where I am able to go full-time into entrepreneurship. And I knew that the pandemic seemed kind of scary to everyone else in the world at the time, as it did to me, but I saw it as a huge opportunity to really get back into doing my brands, make them the best they can be, fix anything that needed to be fixed, and really propel it in the direction where I wanted to go to be able to build years from now. So one of the projects I was working on was my complete rebrand and relaunch of the glamorous touch. I knew I didn't want to do makeup artistry because there was a lot of issues around that I was experiencing at the time. And so I was like, let's switch gears. And products came to my mind. And I've always wanted to do skincare products, but I always felt like, who am I to do skincare products? Like, I know it works on my skin, but like, who am I to kind of go ahead and make this? And with that, I thought about my experiences with skincare, and it then validated to me, my whole skin story, that, you do know what you're talking about. You do know what people need. There's a lot of people with skin like yours. There's a lot of people with similar experiences like yours. So build products, make products, create a brand that's related to those people, that's relatable for them. And so I went to the drawing board, and the very first thing that I knew I wanted to do was to change the name. I wanted my name to be on every single beauty product. I no longer wanted it to be the glamorous touch because it wasn't focused on makeup, and I wanted to anchor it back, center it back to my name so that everyone knows this is my brand, and they also are already familiar with my fashion brand, which is also my name. And so I was like, all right, cool. Now, what are we going to call this? So, Jade Alycia what? And I was debating a couple of different names, and Jade Alycia Beauty was the one that just took me in. It really caught my attention, and it just sounded so good. It flowed, it was short, and it stood out. It was very unique. So I was like, that's going to be the name, Jade Alycia Beauty. Now, second, I went to established products. So what's funny about how the products came about is I knew I wanted to do skincare products, but which skincare products I wanted to do was all up in the air. And so I took a leap of faith, and as I was led to, I shared that I was rebranding and I was now launching a natural skincare brand for men and women with sensitive skin. I put this all over my social medias, my personal pages, and I reloaded the Instagram accounts. I switched over all the names. I cleared out all the content, so it was going to be a fresh start. I used the audience that I already had because I knew I already had followers that were interested in makeup, skincare, beauty. I had built that audience already, but now I was going to be able to give them something that they could actually use, see results from, and products that were things that they needed. And so I did that. And now keep in mind, I still have no idea what products I'm going to be doing, what products I'm going to be creating, launching, when this brand is going to launch. I had no idea. I just put it out there because I was led to do that. So I put it out there on all my socials. And when I put it out there, I was like, I don't know how it's going to be perceived by people. Let's see if, they're interested in me enough to want to use my skincare. And I got so much positive feedback. I was so surprised. And I even got so many questions about, oh, can you do this product? Can you do that product? Will you have this product? Oh, how many, I got so many questions from just friends and family and followers and all of that I was like starting to curate a list of all these requests, because this was leading me to the products that I would then formulate and make for the launch. And so I ended up onboarding a face cleanser that I formulated, 2 moisturizers, face mists, 2 face mists, and that's what I started with. Started with the universal face cleanser, which is foam free and very gentle on your skin, but also cleans. I started with 2 different moisturizers, one for day, one for night. And I started with 2 different face mists, because I love face mists. I just love them. I went to the key products of what I knew I loved as skincare, and then I added on to the collection with what I got requests for. And so when I launched, I ended up launching on October 1st of 2021, the relaunch, which was super epic. I'm still even just in awe of how epic it was. I did this all online, and it was just such a positive result, such a positive feedback, so many people showing interest, so much traffic coming through to the site, so many people loving the products, being excited to try them. Like, it was just such a whirlwind that I wasn't expecting. And it reminds me of when I had launched my fashion label. I felt the same way. I felt nervous. I felt unsure. I felt, how is this going to be perceived? And I just did it. And I got so much positive feedback. And so I started getting requests for orders and people ordering different things and getting reviews and all of that. And that's how we were able to establish like our best sellers and everything and expand the line into what it is today. And there's so much more even coming even now. But to think that it grew from an idea of wanting to do skincare products always, but not really feeling confident enough at the time to do it, feeling like it would be good enough to do. But then just bypassing that and going with my gut and being like, you know what, this could be a total flop or this could be a total success. And really just taking that risk and being like, you know what, here it is. This is what I have, and waiting for people to respond to it, which turned out to be incredible. Response was just, it really just amazed me at what you can really do with a dream and an idea that you might think is insignificant, but really is genius. And so fast forward to today, we have so many products, and we do have a handful of products. We still have our best sellers, which is like our face and body oil. That's a bestseller. Our cleanser is a bestseller. Our body butter is a bestseller because it's just the most amazing, luxurious body butter you will ever put on your body. The face and body oil, I wasn't a face and body oil fan until I formulated this one, and I was like, whoa, like everyone needs this. This is like the secret weapon to skincare right here. It is literally like liquid gold. We have our moisturizers that people love. Those are like our most raved about, along with the body oil and the body butter. And we just have so much to offer. And what I really wanted to make unique about, this relaunch is who we were really for. We're for people with sensitive skin. We're for people with imperfect skin. We're for people that have eczema, rosacea, acne, dark spots, people that are real, people that have real skin and real problems and are authentic and really want better skin, of course, but it's just really teaching you how to love yourself, fall in love with yourself how you are, and aim for perfection. Yes, you're going to create progress, you're going to have better skin, but perfect skin is not our ideal, because no one really has perfect skin. And so really with Jade Alycia Beauty, it's really just teaching you how to love yourself again in every aspect. The way you look, the way you are, even if you're going through a rough patch with your skin, it's really about fully embracing that and seeing how we can help you be more confident in this area as you grow and expand and move on into your next transition, your next phase of your skin where you're glowing, you're flourishing, you're happy, you love yourself, you love your reflection. And so that's the direction I really wanted to take Jade Alycia Beauty in, the new direction I wanted to go in, how I really just wanted to rebrand completely and relaunch. So next week, we're going to be diving into your biggest skincare questions. We're going to be answering them. I've gotten so many skincare questions from being in the industry. So next week, we're going to ask those questions and give you answers to them. Thank you for listening to Beauty Beyond Blemishes. We hope you enjoyed this week's show. Let us know what you think about the episode over on our Instagram at Beauty Beyond Blemishes. We would like to give a huge shout out to our natural skincare brand, Jade Alycia Beauty. And until next time, love the skin you're in.